Hey y'all, it's Butters. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day full of positivity and happiness as always. And for today's video, this is probably the most overdue video on my channel, but finally I'm doing it. I'm doing my house tour. I bought this house back in 2019 when I was 24 years old. I'm almost 29 now. I did end up doing an empty house tour when I first moved into this place, so if you want to see it, I will link it up in the corner. I think it's this one, or maybe it's this one, whichever one. Go check it out. I went back and watched it, and it's really weird to see how much I've changed over the years. I was so much more blonde and a lot more tan, and now look at me. I'm not. The Hannah that looks like she goes outdoors comes and goes in waves, okay? Also, this video is gonna be a little different than my first house tour video. I'm not gonna be holding the camera and taking you everywhere. This is a one-woman show today. I've been filming bits and pieces of the house tour over the past month because I wanna get the right lighting. I wanna use my fancy camera. It's heavy. I don't wanna carry it and talk, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin with the house tour. One of the first things that caught my eye when I first toured this house was the way the sun hits the house at all times of the day. In the morning time, it shines through this window in the front, which leaves this beautiful reflection. I live in a split level home. Right when you go up the stairs, here is the living room, and probably my favorite room in the house, maybe. This is my go-to room for my morning coffee. My cats enjoy it too. By the way, my cats will be making quite a few appearances in this video. But no matter the time of the day, the sun is hitting this house perfectly. It is so warm in here. It took me years to curate the furniture in my house. I buy most things secondhand, so it takes a while. But with this being the first room that you see in the house, I wanted it to be cozy, I wanted it to be welcoming, and I think it is, especially because of this couch. This is my dream couch. I kind of splurged on it, but I love it so much, I'm gonna have it for years to come. Whenever I want to watch a movie, living room. Whenever I want to casually play a game, living room. Whenever I want to hang out with the cats, living room. And with it being the first room that you see in the house, I also do have my awards on standby for my gaming career. I have my Atlanta FaZe Champs ring, my gold plaque from YouTube, my silver plaque, my Shorty Award for Best in Gaming. Fun fact, I have two of them because the first one arrived broken. I just put a bunch of things on the fireplace that bring me joy, including a picture of my family. You'll also notice that I don't have any carpet in this house, so I love my rugs. You'll see. They are everywhere. I know y'all see that GameCube, that Xbox, that gaming PC. I actually built this PC for a video. I'll link it down below. This is my favorite spot to do some casual gaming on the couch. It looks amazing during daytime, and with the RGB lights and the lamps, oh my gosh, I can attain any sort of atmosphere I want. Horror games are fantastic here. Casual platformers are amazing. I love this room so much. Snuggling up on this couch and gaming for hours on end, nothing beats it. Well, I don't know, watching the sunsets with my cats on the couch sure is lovely too. But that is my beautiful living room. We're off to a strong start. If you keep going to the left before the living room, you will see my dining room. And look at the way the sun is hitting this room right now. Also, fun fact, there is a giant window here with a bench on it, so my cats love to sit on it. And the views from this window are perfection, even when it's foggy out, when the sun is rising, when it's partly cloudy. This morning sunrise in particular, magical. Overall, my dining room is pretty simple. I haven't had a chance to hang up these frame prints though. These orange chairs I did inherit from my grandmother when she passed away. They are precious to me. Y'all already know that she is a bourbon girl. I love me some bourbon, so I got my bourbon collection on display. If I had to pick a current bourbon to sip, I would either pick my Eagle Rare or my absolute all-time favorite, Four Roses small batch. You cannot go wrong. Don't mind the dust on here, I'm sorry, but I also have a small sample collection of Pappy Van Winkle. Everything is displayed on this solid wood buffet, which by the way I got for $20 on the Facebook Marketplace. And my bourbon barrel, which was a Christmas present from my parents right when I bought this house. I love this thing so much. It just sits there and looks really cool. And to top it all off, the dining room is lit up by this beautiful halo light that I got from Home Depot, surprisingly. I love it. And like I said, I do love my rugs in this house. This rug I got for $100. It's such high quality. I love it so much. I will brag about the deals that I get. I'm sorry. I have to. Have I utilized this dining room a lot? No, I think we used it one time for family Thanksgiving. But it has been a beautiful place for guests to set down their laptops, try some bourbon with me, and my cats love it, which is obviously a high priority. Especially the way the sun hits the bench and the rug during most times of the day. My cats love to sit and lounge here and apparently chew on her foot. Now we move into the kitchen, and I gotta tell you guys, when I first moved in, I was not very familiar with cooking at all, but since being here, I got myself a butcher block. In my original house tour, I said I'm gonna get a teal Keurig, and guess what? I got it that I didn't clean for this video. I'm so sorry. I have a beautiful view from the window with some colorful glassware, so I get more colors in the kitchen. I am so thankful for this kitchen. It used to be more of a utility room to me, but now it's somewhere where I really enjoy being, cooking food for people. It's overall such a beautiful kitchen, and you know what I do in there? I cook. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this kitchen. And while I cook, every time I open up a cabinet, my cats are right underneath my feet because they are expecting some treats. They accompany me everywhere in the house. They seem to enjoy the kitchen the most, though. I think it's because the sun hits the floor all the time. Where there is sun hitting the floor, you know my cats are laying right there in the sun rays. If I am entertaining guests, I do have this beautiful wood kitchen table that I got at a consignment store. But truth be told, I really don't eat here that much when I cook just for myself. I like to sit here and look outside the window. But if I'm gonna eat, I'm sitting on the floor in the living room and watching something on TV. Oh, and it wouldn't be a gamer house if the lights in my kitchen didn't change colors. This is a recurring theme in my house. I love setting the mood. I love my color changing lights. And I recently framed this art print that I got from a convention in Atlanta. Since we were talking about looking out the window, let's see what's out there. My back deck. I have used this back deck way more than I was expecting. I definitely wanted it to have lots of bright colors. From behind the couch here is where the sun sets and mostly hits the back deck, so my plants get lots of sunlight during the day. Truth be told, a lot of the planters and side tables on my back deck I went dumpster diving for, except for my Michael Myers planter head, of course. As a gamer, it is extremely important for me to go outside and get some sunlight on my face. It's been an incredible spot for early morning coffee. And like I said, the sunsets, I cannot get over the sunsets from here. You can see them from inside the house too on the couch, but they are just breathtaking every single time. And if it is the middle of the day when it's foggy or rainy out, I love coming out and hanging out with my cats too. Any sort of weather, I love coming out and hanging out here. Since we're already outside, let's talk about the backyard. This spot right here is where my sister got married. My dad built that pergola specifically for my sister's wedding, which I think is something so sweet, and I don't want to think about it too much or I'm gonna cry. Once the ceremony was done, we all went into my house and it started downpouring. Every time it rains out here to this day, I can't help but think about my sister's wedding. I have a story for y'all. So this is a bottle of Mad Dog 2020 that I found out here. There's a tiny ecosystem growing inside of it, but I don't drink no Mad Dog 2020. I think somebody either drank this and dished it over the fence while they were on the run, or maybe somebody in the house decided to sneak out back and have some Mad Dog 2020. I don't know what the story is, but either way, I've always kept that bottle there. It makes me laugh every time I see it. That concludes the backyard. Let's go back inside. Back inside to the right of the living room, there is this hallway with this beautiful rug that I picked out. The door on the left leads to my bedroom, and y'all, I don't even know what to say about my bedroom. I adore this bedroom so much. It is so cozy, the little plants, the LED sign, this vintage lingerie chest that I got for $35, more rugs, my cat, of course. As a gamer, I've got some colorful lighting you'll see here in a bit, and I also have this beautiful piece of furniture that houses all of my books, specifically manga. At the end of my bed, I have a chair and a little pillar. My cat loves to sit on the pillar. She's so cute. Every time I have a long day, the one thing I can only think about is I can't wait to be home so I can sleep in this bed. Also, this LED sign is from BioShock. It's the plasmid sign. Once again, I have two art prints here that I thrifted and never hung up. This coat rack holds a bunch of Noisybutters apparel and some camo jackets. I think the best word to describe my bedroom is my sanctuary. Also, do y'all care about the closet? Here's my closet. I don't know if it's interesting at all, but it's a closet. Yes, I have a little steppy stool. I'm not short, but I need to reach stuff. Okay, we're closing that. Anyways, back to my bedroom. So you guys already know I love me some color changing lights. Lighting setup is what it looks like most of the time, but you already know if I'm watching a movie or playing some games, I'm changing the lighting because I can. Why not? I got blues, I got pinks, I got greens, or is that teal? I don't know. Nothing quite beats matching the colors in my room to whatever I'm watching. So I watched The Meg, I made it blue. I watched a zombie movie, I made it red. There is not a single lighting setup that does not look good in this room, and I planned that. When I decided to bring my Nintendo Switch in here and play some Spyro, I can match the colors and it feels so immersive and colorful. The game is already colorful and beautiful by itself, but to be able to change the colors in the background, magical. I love it. I feel like I've said magical quite a lot this video, but truly that means a lot to me. I want my room to make me feel like a little woodland fairy princess, if that makes sense. I want to feel magical in my bedroom, okay? Speaking of magical, there is a time of day where these rainbows shine through the windows, and I'm looking at this footage right now and I just love it so much. The rainbows shine through on the windows because they're in direct sunlight. Unfortunately, it only happens for about an hour during the day, but it looks incredible. I love this bedroom so much. Speaking of the rainbows do shine into my main bathroom, which I guess now's a good time to talk about. This is my main bathroom. Not much has changed in it, honestly, but it's a bathroom. it gets the job done. I did add some fairy lights in the background. I thrifted this piece of artwork that I've never hung up, of course. There's so many mirrors in this bathroom that any and all lighting just shines so much. It's very bright in here, but very dark during the nighttime, which I like. I could turn on these fairy lights, have a nice bath bomb, take a bath. I do secure the lights a little bit better when I am taking a bath. I want to make that very clear, but this is my bathroom. On the same topic of bathrooms, here's the guest bathroom that also nothing else has really changed. It's essentially become a secondhand clothes cleaning station, hence why I have leather conditioner and leather jackets hanging up. This is my most recent leather find, by the way. I got it for $5. I think I gotta put more leather conditioner on it, but this is gonna be my laptop bag. It's beautiful. On the other side of this Butters G Fuel art that I love so much is my office, or my gaming setup. It's basically a room that is dedicated completely to gaming, content creation, video editing, streaming. If you want to dive deeper into what I have in my office, I did make an office/gaming setup tour video on my channel, so I'll link that down below. If you're wondering what's in the tank to the left there, I do have a pet snake. His name is Poe. I did make a video on him as well, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave that down below too. If it ain't clear by now, one of my favorite aesthetics is bright and colorful, especially with some high contrast. Oh, hello, cat. I even have a fridge in here that's full of the G Fuel Starfruit can. But long story short, I had a very, very specific idea that I wanted for my setup. I walked into this empty room and said, I want the snake tank here, I want a couch here, I want my desk here, I want this here, and I executed it exactly the way that I wanted. This room brings me so much creativity, the colors, the lighting. I've loved this office. I've been so productive in it, but if you want to learn more, check out the other video. Next to the office is this guest room, which has a full-on gaming and streaming setup, which, truth be told, has not been utilized too much. I don't think anybody's really streamed or gamed on this at all, but that's okay. I've gamed a little bit on it. I'm friends with other gaming content creators and streamers, so I want to make sure that if they do visit, that they're able to continue doing their job. And so Dill Earnhardt, my guest PC, was born. Don't ask about the name, okay? It came to me randomly at probably 4 o'clock in the morning. This PC hasn't really been used too much by guests, but I will say it has saved me when I have any technical problems with my current PCs. An absolutely fantastic PC and a wonderful setup too. I've got this all decked out with peripherals and all. It's a great setup. You can tell that my cats got to this limited edition G Fuel DX Racer gaming chair, so thanks cats, really appreciate it. And once again, I have some artwork here that I haven't hung up. I also do have a G Fuel fridge and these beautiful paintings that tie the color scheme together. And a full-length mirror that was thrifted for $20. Are you kidding me? This room hasn't really been used for guests too often. I mean, some people do sleep in here, but they don't use the gaming setup. But I've definitely utilized this room for reading. I used to read all the time when I was younger. I'm finally getting back into it, and I think the color scheme and the way that this room is set up, it's very cohesive for my brain, and I just really enjoy reading in here. It's my favorite room to read in. It has nice, cool colors in here, but still feels very warm. It's a great guest room. The sun also comes through the window during morning time, and guess who's on the rug enjoying it? Of course. Now we're heading downstairs into the room on the left. This is the Narnia room, or so I've called it that. And clearly it's a very empty but spacious room. The only things in here right now are the curtains, a random disco ball, and a snap-on vintage clock. I love her. She's so pretty. I named it the Narnia room because it has this little closet that, you know, Narnia. And I had this beautiful rug down here for a while too, but this room has served many purposes. There was a guest bed in here. There was a couch in here at one point. I used to have my orange chairs down here, but never really found a good use for it. And you know what? That's okay. There's a lot of potential with this room, including this disco ball. You can make a little dance room if you want to. All right. I keep saying this is my favorite room in the house. This one might be my favorite room in the house. Look at my traffic light. Your girl got her traffic light. On my empty house tour video, I said I want a traffic light down here, and my parents managed to find one on the Facebook Marketplace, so this is my game room. I have a pool table in here. Clearly a bunch of colorful lighting. It is a game room after all. I have a mini fridge that is stacked with drinks, and this slot machine my parents found on the Facebook Marketplace probably 15 years ago. And these beautiful gaming art prints that are meant to look like movie posters. I love everything about this room. This is the go-to room whenever I want to host some watch parties. I've watched Call of Duty tournaments down here. I've watched UFC fights, all while playing pool and drinking with my friends. This room has so many wonderful memories to it. I love it. And it's just as delightful during the daytime. I love to open up those glass doors, let some fresh air in. This solid wood pool stick holder my dad thrifted while he was in Michigan. He found it on the Facebook Marketplace. He's a pilot. He said my daughter would like that. Let me pick it up for her. He's so cool. And I've got 2 shadow boxes on each side of the esports teams I've been a part of. I have used the fire out of this room and this pool table, even though my shot doesn't look like it. If you're partying in the game room, what bathroom do you use? Of course, the one that also has a traffic light in it. This is the guest bathroom downstairs. Not much has really changed besides adding this traffic light. I don't know if it's worth showing this room to you all, but this is my utility room. I have a washer and dryer and my cat's litter box in there, so shocking, I know. It's like there's utility things in a utility room. Making our way into the garage, here I have a bunch of my PC components that I plan on using for future videos, and to the left here, this used to be unfinished and just a bunch of storage shelves, but my dad decided to make it over into a VR lab setup. Completely soundproof walls, hardwood flooring, there's air conditioning in here. There's a shelf that houses the PC that powers the VR. Once again, if you are curious about what's in this room, I did make another separate video detailing everything, so if you want, check that out as well. It'll be down in the description below. This room has been fantastic for content creation, for building PCs. I take that desk and I roll it out against the gray wall behind me. I gotta say, for having a green screen in my house, I haven't really utilized it too much. The picture of me on the side of the G Fuel can was taken here, but besides that, mostly VR. It's such a blessing to walk into this room and feel creatively inspired and be able to do my job. Thank you all so much for watching this house tour and for supporting me over the years. And now let's talk about something really quick. And that concludes my house tour. Now I have an announcement. I am moving. I have completely fallen head over heels for this house. I love this house so much and I've grown so much in it. It has served me so unbelievably well. And my family too. My sister got married in the backyard. I've hosted friends and family here. This house has been such a blessing in my life and I just really want to say thank you so much for watching my videos and my streams. Without you and your support, I don't think I'd be able to do this. I'm so blessed. I can never say it enough, but really, I am so blessed. Now for the reason that I'm moving, oh, the lighting changed. Now for the reason that I'm moving, it is getting a bit noisier in this area. Noisy, that's my name. As a YouTuber, that kind of affects my work, unfortunately. The lighting returns, hello. And for a lot of projects that I do want to do, I don't feel like I can properly accomplish them in this house. I don't have enough room. In this house, I found that sometimes I need to move furniture, make a piece of content, move things back. It's just not very feasible for me. And I really, really miss having a basement. With that being said, I was not looking in the housing market at all. And then I kind of started looking around a little bit and I saw the perfect house for me. And I can't believe this is happening. It's all kind of settling in, sorry. My voice is trembling. I ended up finding the perfect house that suits all of my needs and I cannot wait to show you guys. I will have an empty house tour of that coming up soon. Once it's up, I will link it in the corner, whichever corner it is. But with that being said, that's all I've got. This house has served me so unbelievably well. I hope whoever takes over this house treats it with all the tender love and care that it deserves because I put so much into it and I'm really gonna miss it. I promise you this is a very positive change. I know I'm crying. When I moved out of my college apartment, I was sitting in the parking lot bawling my eyes out, but like, what was I gonna do? Stay in that apartment? No. Moving is just a big change. I'm so excited for the future and I really hope that you guys are too. Come on, Hannah, wrap it up. But once again, I do wanna say thank you so much. Thank you for watching any piece of my content. Thank you so much for any and all support over the years. I will continue to make you all proud. Just watch. Does gravity help with putting tears back into your eyeballs? It's kind of working right now. Anyways, like, comment, favorite, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video, whatever I make. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love this house. I absolutely adore this house. And whoever gets it next is going to be a lucky son of a gun. It's beautiful. Yeah. A global pandemic in this house. I adopted my cats here. Time for the next adventure, y'all. I can't wait to show you. Are you serious? The whole time I was recording, there's a graphics card sitting behind this pillow. That is so weird. Why is this here? I thought I moved this.